Greetings, zodiac sign Taurus, Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. When you do subscribe, please remember to turn on the notification bell. By the end of May, we had a lunar eclipse, and that's going to be followed by a solar eclipse. So we are going through some very karmic times. This would be the perfect time to get an energy clearing. And for that reason, I am organizing a group energy clearing that is going to take place on June 12th at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. The link for it is posted down here below. As always, I have already also uploaded a whole new reading for your sign and for each sign of the zodiac. And for those of you who are interested, the link to the Vimeo videos, if you are interested for download and purchase, the link of course is posted down here below. And because this is such an important time, I have also uploaded a special video for you to look into your finances and what's going to bring you luck in the next 6 months. Again, for those of you who would like to download and purchase the video for your sign to look into the finances and what's going to bring you luck for the next 6 months, the link for that is posted down here below in the show more description box. And remember, these are general readings. You may want to check out my website, www.lightworker.com, and email me at lightworker@gmail.com if you'd like to book your personal session with me. So without further ado, Taurus, now let's find out what this reading is going to be all about for June 2021. Taurus. There's going to be this big shift in June 2021 for you. And initially, for the first 2 or 3 weeks, is going to feel a little bit hectic. You're going to feel like you don't know where your head is because you're going to have so much going on in your mind. But it feels like from this chaos, something wonderful will be reborn. Because it is in the midst of a lot going on that you are going to rediscover again your purpose, and you are going to rediscover where is it that your true power, your true force comes from. For those of you who have been feeling a little bit lost, it feels like karma is going to intervene. For many of you, the perfect teacher will show up for you, the perfect person who's going to teach you a life lesson. For those of you who are looking into personal development or spiritual development, the perfect teacher for that is going to show up for you. Many of you are going to sign up for courses, classes, or other kinds of programs that you are meant to benefit from it. You are going to be looking at different memberships that you have, subscriptions that you have, channels that you follow, that you are subscribed to, magazines that you are subscribed to, newspaper subscriptions that you have to, and you are going to go through this big selection. You're going to choose what voice to listen, what subscriptions you follow, what channels you follow, and you are also going to be looking into new things, new memberships, new clubs to belong to, new communities to belong to, new groups of people to associate with, to do business with, to be affiliated with. There is this sense of expansion that truly is happening from within, because now you are going to be able to give yourself permission to change your feelings. For many of you, you may just uncover that some feelings that you had, somehow they're not valid because they were based on an illusion, they were based on a lie, they were based on an idea that no longer is valid. You may just discover that you were holding on to some heavy feelings that There was never a need for that because it was connected to some misperceptions or illusions or lies, even miscommunications. You are going to notice as you move from one room to another room, you are going to notice the static in the air. Some of you are going to notice electronics or like the numbers, the time that indicate the numbers that indicate the time, maybe on your oven, on your stove, on your microwave, anywhere else when you have like digital numbers, and they're going to be a little bit weird, like something is going to be speaking to you, particularly about electronics, maybe acting up a little bit. You are going to be very wary of who has access to any of your personal information. You're going to be aware of who has access to any files you have on your computers, devices that you use, cell phones. Some of you may also have the sense that somebody is trying to catch you doing or saying the wrong thing. There's a lot that you need to validate with yourself. Even though for many of you, you have been looking for validation from outside sources, and maybe you thought that that's the right way to go. It's going to turn out that in June, you are finally going to understand and realize that the validation that you were looking for, it's only coming from yourself. Freeing yourself from ideas that you have that somehow limited you. Freeing yourself from expectations that you have and expectations that others put on you. Some of you may have something going on here in regards to a divorce, a pending divorce, an upcoming divorce. For some of you, it's going to be about a situation involving children that you share with someone else, his or her side of the family. And many of you are also going to be dealing with hearing from relatives and extended family. You are going to start to put a plan together or trying to organize for the summer. If any of you needs to make arrangements for travels, going on vacation, arrangements to have your children taken care of. And I'm also getting the sense that for many of you, you are going to be looking into assets that you have. Anything that you own. It doesn't matter whether it's something small, insignificant, or something big that you own. And many of you are going to be doing some kind of a re-evaluation of assets, how much they are potentially worth. You may begin now to put certain affairs in order because now you are going to feel more ready to work on work that has been backing up anything that it was up to you that got delayed. They're not talking about delays that were out of your reach, out of your control. You're going to get out of a funk, a mental funk where you couldn't think straight, or for some reason your thinking was negatively affected. Some of you during this time may have to sort out a situation through legal means, through courts or the judicial system. You could find yourself in a circumstance when you have to testify either on your behalf or on behalf of someone else. This does not necessarily has to be in a court of law. This could be like in a situation where it's going to be like he said, she said. And you may be asked, what is it that you saw? What is it that you witnessed? You have to be very careful, particularly if you are somebody who has been holding on to secrets maybe for a long time. Because with the energy of this eclipse that is going to happen in June, I'm also getting the sense of many secrets being revealed, the truth coming out. And I'm also getting the sense that for some of you, you have to pay attention to the way how you are driving. If anybody else is driving you, because what they are showing me, they're showing me that for some of you, you may be getting a ticket. For some other ones, a cop, a police officer may be stopping you. You may have to pay some parking tickets that maybe you had from the past, and maybe for some of you, you are thinking of going through the courts and the legal system to sort out these tickets that you may be getting for parking or for driving. It's very important that you remember to breathe, because you may be feeling a little bit anxious or excited. Okay, or a combination of both of these feelings, highs and lows. So throughout it all, it's very important that you remember to breathe, and the more you breathe, the more you are going to be focused on the task at hand. Because for many of you, you are going to have a tendency to let your mind wander, space out, like you're going to have a tendency to like mentally to be somewhere else and not to pay attention to the task that you have at hand, particularly when it comes to driving. They are also showing me the Akashic records, because this is an Akashic reading. The Akashic records are also showing me that for some of you, you may be looking into acupuncture, you may be looking into massage therapy, physiotherapy, you may be looking into the health of your bones, you may decide to see a chiropractor. You are going to be looking at your health from a different perspective if it comes to your physical health. For many of you, you're going to be looking at your emotional health, your mental health, or you're going to be looking at energetically how things are shifting and changing. And you may decide to do something different that is going to help you, like a different perspective when it comes to you approaching your mental health, your emotional well-being, your happiness, or even energetically. You may decide to try a new energetic treatment. Anything that you may be trying out at this time, anything that you may be trying for the first time, or trying to see where this is going to go, how things are going to unfold, is going to turn out to be very lucky for you. Past mid-June and on, you're going to begin to feel a little bit calmer. And it is all about you making peace with choices that you made in the past, because many of you will have a tendency to beat yourself up about whatever you did or whatever you said in the past. It is now time for you to calm down and to start to see, okay, how the coin is shifting. It's important for you now to also be able to see the other side of the coin. Finances could prove to be very good in spite of some misunderstandings at the beginning, because some of you are going to be looking at bank accounts, activities in bank accounts, activities in your credit cards, and you have to be very patient, and you have to be very careful, because there could be some details that maybe you missed, and they could be important in regards to a bill, some extra charges, like some kind of an error. Any kind of errors that may be happening, mistakes that may be happening during this time, whether these are mistakes in communicating, mistakes caused by technology, mistakes communicating, or other kinds of mistakes or errors, the Akashic Records wants to reassure you that these errors or these mistakes are completely resolvable. So try not to panic at first, because you are going to have the tendency to freak out a little bit if you are dealing with a situation that is intense, errors, mistakes, and then everything is going to be resolved. So approach everything with a sense of calmness. Many of you are going to be invited into a barbecue, a gathering, going to visit a lake or somebody who lives by the lake. You may be looking into where is it that you can spend some time at the beach, going on vacation, but it feels like you are going to feel very much enthusiastic about getting together with others, celebrating, having some fun. For many of you, this time will symbolize the ending to a circumstance. This could be the ending of the pandemic situation in the part where you live. It could be about many restrictions now being lifted. For other ones, it's going to be about a time when you saw everything so dark. Maybe you struggled with anxiety, anger, depression, addictions. So when you struggled in some ways, this could be the end of it. This could be the time for you to, when you patch up, so to speak, with the past, with everything that was, is, and will be. Please excuse the noise outside. The outside seems to be a little bit more noisy than usual today. You have to understand, Taurus, that there is no ending of any kind that is not directed by divine forces. The ending of a circumstance, the ending of an emotional state of being, the ending of a financial source so that another one may begin, the ending of a relationship, the ending of a circumstance, because divine forces are in order. And for many of you, these endings are just going to find you because very soon afterwards, new beginnings are going to be activated. So in anything that you may be dealing with, remember that endings and beginnings are directed by karma. Karma is directly acting in your life right now. You are going to be able to put behind you a lot of resentment. For those of you who seem to carry some resentment, you're going to be able to finish or to complete work-related projects, paperwork. So something major will be coming to an end. For many of you who are single and looking, you are going to be able to easily attract attention even when you are not even looking to get attention. Many people are going to feel drawn to you because they're going to feel drawn to something that you're saying, something that you are doing. You are going to get compliments about your looks. So it feels like people are going to find you very charming. For those of you who are going to be doing a job interview, it feels like you are going to be charming people, okay? But at the same time, you want to make sure that the information that you are presenting to get this job is very correct. Remember, with these energies of these eclipses, because we already had a lunar eclipse and now a solar eclipse is about to happen, a lot of truths and lies are going to be exposed. So you want to make sure that you are not doing anything intentionally. Okay, there's a lot of mistakes and errors that do happen unintentionally. You don't want to amplify that by doing something intentionally. They are also showing me that some of you are going to be dealing with IRS offices, IRS officials, to straighten out a certain situation. I'm not getting the sense here that this is something complicated or something to worry about, but it does feel like something routine. Pay attention to how are you going to communicate with higher ups. How are you going to communicate with people that are in a position of authority? You do not want to assume right away. You want to calm down, okay? And you may want to make sure that you have all of the facts before you arrive in a conclusion about a person that you may be dating, a person in the work situation that you are connected to through work, or have the wrong idea about a circumstance. Many of you need to carefully examine any emails that you may be getting, because not every email is going to be from the right source. You may be dealing with people sending an email that is masqueraded, is masked like you're receiving and it looks like you're receiving an email from your bank or from a YouTube channel that you have or from like Google, and it turns out to be a scam. So carefully examine every email. It's very important that if you're going to find yourself in a circumstance, kiss and tell, this could be gossip about you, this could be gossip circulating around you, not necessarily related to you. But it feels like trying not to get yourself involved in a situation of kiss and tell, gossip. It feels like try to mind your business. And the advice of the Akashic Records is, in a situation where you cannot help someone, just let them be. If you cannot say two good words about a person or a situation, just let it be. You need to be very aware of any investments at this time. Anything that you particularly invest, you may want to re-examine your 401k situation, your plans for retirement. So there is a financial aspect that for some of you is going to show up again, so that you can look at it, so that you can fix certain mistakes. But you also have to be very careful about financial plans and how you spend your money in June. I hope that this is making sense to you. And of course, if you'd like to know more, just click on the link down here below, and that's going to take you to the Vimeo videos for those of you who are interested for download and purchase. And of course, I made a whole new reading for your sign and for each sign of the zodiac. And because this is such an important month, I am already doing a special video for your sign and for each sign of the zodiac to look into finances and what's going to bring you luck for the next 6 months. And of course, the link for that, for those of you who are interested, is posted down here below. On June 12th at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time, I'm doing a group energy clearing. The link for that is down here below. Email me if you have any questions or if you like to participate and if you like to get a private reading with me. Please visit my website www.amalightworker.com and email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. Thank you, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye for now.